Things tend to slow down in the art world during the summer. But this year, instead of a sleepy lull, we had a fabulous diversion. A reality TV show about contemporary art. Week after week, artists were put through art school-like paces under extreme deadlines on Bravo TV's Work of Art. We loved it, we hated it, but we watched. Artists, curators, critics, and collectors gathered at viewing parties held across the country in places like the Soda Bar in Brooklyn.
I mean, I'm a sucker for reality shows. Not all of them, but I love Top Chef, I love Project Runway, and so when I found out they were doing one about art, which I'm an artist, I thought, this I have to check out.
It's a great show following great artists, and I think it's really cool to make the art scene more visible to the world of people that don't really get to see it every day.
My friend here was going because she's been following it, and we're both artists, so I was like, okay, maybe I can relate to it.
Art critic Jerry Saltz, a judge on the show, wrote recaps for each episode. Artists and bloggers took to Twitter for a bizarre form of live critique. In the end, it came down to 3 artists. The winner would get $100,000 and a solo show at the Brooklyn Museum.
Congratulations.
A few days after the finale aired, Farah's exhibit opened at the Brooklyn Museum. After watching the show on TV this summer, it was great to finally see objects in a room. In the center of the gallery space were 2 rough-hewn plaster figures. Though held in exuberant Air Jordan-like poses, they were laid out on the gallery floor like charred or fallen bodies. Around them were paintings, many of them portraits in electric colors and inspired by infrared photography. A luscious canvas of a body bag was called home. I so wanted to like this show, which had a lot of beauty in it. But ultimately, I found an aura of art rather than actual artfulness. It felt culled and borrowed, not exactly a singular expression from this young artist, at least not yet. Several members of the cast showed up at the museum to support Abdi that day. I talked with some of them about the show, what it meant to them in retrospect, and what impact, if any, it would have on their art.
This has been incredible. I went from not being recognized at all as an artist. I had friends that didn't even know I was an artist, to now people recognize me for it. So I feel like I have more permission to do art now, or more permission to actually be an artist.
It was an interesting experience for me, more like psychologically. I went into Work of Art thinking that I was just going to be a part of something ridiculous, and I've actually come out of it realizing that all of us work together to sort of make art a more accessible and familiar medium.
One thing that I knew coming to this experience was how much I loved making my artwork, and how it was like a real special time to toil and make a finished piece, how much I loved it. And when I signed on, I said goodbye to all that.
This show has had a really incredible influence on my art making practice, because I think I started to become more open to materials that I wasn't before. I was a pretty strict oil painter. I'm open to using whatever material is, around me at this point.
I think I came off, as a decent guy, and I think being a decent guy in this world isn't a bad thing, so I'll take it. Yeah.
I really appreciate the judges really putting so much into the show and holding me to such a high standard, because I feel like they saw something good within me and they weren't going to let me settle for anything less than that. As an artist, it's so easy to kind of settle for you work so hard, it's so easy to settle for something less than your best. So.
My new wife has been really supportive of my decision to be on reality TV shows.